What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video I'm gonna give you a guide for the cells 41 to 43, which is the Spider-Verse skill, and this is going to be free-to-play friendly. Yes, free-to-play friendly. I know that some people have done this, Porcupad has done this with Crimson Gear and 6 yellow stars on the newest characters, but we're gonna take a look at the free-to-play approach on how to beat these, which characters to use, which ISO weight is going to be important to beat each of the nodes, and the kill order, very important, the kill order. And with that specific ISO weight, it's going to allow to beat you these free to play. Now if you are a new player, this is not going to be for you. This is free to play, but you need to be veteran player and you need to have investment on the characters that I usually recommend. Right now, we also have to take into consideration that this is going to be with 3 stars per vitre. You can get 3 stars per vitre free to play with the event that is going on right now, the golden hour. And the escape from Kyln, it lasts for 8 days. This event lasts for 6 days, so you have enough days to complete the event and get your per vitre at 3 stars. You need milestone 14. If you follow my advice for the events, you can easily get this free to play. Now in terms of the Peter B. Parker, from from what I heard from the feedback of the community that joins my live streams, over 150 people daily joining my live streams, most people told me that they were able to easily obtain 4 stars Peter B. Parker free to play. So this is what we're gonna play with, right? This is what we're gonna play with. Unfortunately, all these characters are going to require gear tier 18 and level 100, because this is what is necessary for the current raids that we have right now. So there is no escape from that. You will have to invest on these characters anyway. In terms of the other characters, we are going to use Spider-Man Noir, we are going to use Craven, we are going to use Black Cat, and we're going to use Ghost Spider. Of course, depending on the size of your Spider-Man Noir or of your Ghost Spider, you might get some better results, right? If you have Noir at 3 diamonds, great. If you have your Ghost Spider with diamonds, great. But because this is something that is not convenient for everyone, only if you're like very competitive on Cosmic Crucible, for example, for Spider-Man Noir and so on. So we're gonna try to lowball the situation. Okay, so with that said, we're gonna take a look at the clips of each of the cells and see how you beat them. And as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure you share it to your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and make sure to smash that like button like a boss. Okay, so with that said, let's get started. Okay, so let's take a look at the cell 41, and you are expected to get the cooldowns ready on your characters on the first 4 nodes. You need to get the ultimate of Peter B. Parker, you need to get the ultimate of Black Cat, and for these you want to make sure that you use your Web Warriors and Spider Society separated from each other, otherwise the Ghost Spider, she just retaliates everyone. It's not convenient, so make sure you use your PB Parker and your per vitre in one stage on the first cell, and then use the Ghost Spider by yourself on the next cell. So keep this in mind. Okay, so here we go. As you can see, we're going to use Skirmisher on Noir, Healer on PvP, and Striker on Black Cat. And the ISO weight is something that you're going to switch around quite often. So let's take a look. Okay, so here we go. Once again, this is free-to-play friendly, Black Cat, priority character, PvP, available at 4 stars for most people. And now let's take a look. So we're going to use the ultimate, and you want to focus first on the Iron Patriot. You want to make sure that you delete that Iron Patriot, because you don't want him to flip your positive effects, and you also don't want him to stun you, right? Then we're going to use the special of PvP on Spider-Man, on Namor, Namor is going to do the Gigantum, but because we have Safeguard and Evades and so on, it doesn't really affect us because it's not in Alliance War, so it's a little bit less powerful than it is otherwise. We're going to do the ultimate on the leader with Black Cat, and with the Striker as a weight, we're going to turn rewind the leader and apply slow to him. This is why you need to charge up the ultimate of Black Cat in the first few nodes. After that, you need to make sure that use the special again of Noir if you have him, so you can remove the taunt. If you don't, just spam the basic, and with the Striker as a weight, the Absorbing Man should go below 50 and he drops the taunt. As soon as these characters drop the taunt, you want to get ready to focus on that leader, because the leader, you don't want him to have way too many turns, otherwise it's going to create a lot of problems for you. So let's see, we're gonna delete that Absorbing Man still, just remove the Death Proof, and now we have the stun. We have the stun on the leader. This is our second stun, because it has a 5 energy cooldown, and because we are turning winding the enemies over and over again. Now we're gonna apply vulnerability to that Kang. This is from the assist of Spider-Man Noir. You need to pay attention to those assists. The leader died with a bleeds. He already had stun. Now we need to remove those evades from Moondragon, Moonstone. Yes, and now we're gonna start shipping away the Abomination, right? We apply slow to Abomination. We don't want Abomination to have way too many turns, otherwise he's gonna flip our positive effects into negative effects. And Kang is going to bleed out, and at this point you just want to save all the cooldowns for the next attack, as we are going to use the Black Cat there as well. Okay, we're just gonna wait that Abomination to bleed out. There is some RNG on who Moondragon or Moonstone mind controls, so you have to be careful with that. But it's great that she has all of these evades, because all of these evades will allow you to heal up your characters and also get your cooldowns ready for the second node and also for the third node. Now, because we have the Healer Eyes Await, we are healing up quite a lot, and if the enemies have vulnerability, and if you decide to put Eyes Await below level 5 or something, 4 is good enough, but 5 is much better. Then you're gonna heal up your characters by like insane amount, and there we go. So you can see we managed to get all the cooldowns and one shot this node very smooth. Once again, free to play friendly. Okay, now we're gonna take a look at cell 42, and this cell requires you to double tap if you are free to play, because your characters are just not big enough to handle it, right? So we are going to tap it first with the Black Cat, with the Ghost, and with the Craven. We're going to use Black Cat as a skirmisher, very important. She has to be a skirmisher. Then we are going to use Craven as a striker, and we are going to use Ghost Spider also as a striker. So this means the bleeds from these characters are going to do way more damage because they are strikers. After these characters are going to die, but then you are going to clean up with another team. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a look. I apologize, we're going to have some technical difficulties. This time I was using an emulator, and it's not very common to use the emulator, so we had some technical difficulties, but we still get all the footage from the match. So here we go. Okay, very important. Skirmisher isolate on Black Cat. I can't say it enough. Very important. Now, my Craven is very big. Hopefully your Ghost Spider is bigger than mine to compensate the fact that my Craven is so big. Because yeah, the damage he does, it's not really the damage he does, it's just staying alive and being there, right? Okay, so here we go. Let's take a look. So we have that taunt over there, right? The Red Hulk, he always attacks the character in the middle. Now, because Black Cat is a skirmisher, and because she has a vulnerability, her ultimate is going to transfer the vulnerability she has, and the skirmisher is going to remove the taunt of Black Knight. This is going to allow the Craven to do his special on the Cosmic Ghost Rider, very important. And then you want the Craven to chain attack from the left to the right, like he just did. After this, You want to make sure that you spread the bleeds with Ghost Spider, and not only the bleeds but also the offense down and the slow. Very, very important, the slow. It's all about the slow. We need to have that speed advantage. Okay, so the Craven gets slapped by Starbrand, not a big deal. Now we are going to stun the Black Knight because we cannot ability block him, so we have to stun him just to make sure that he doesn't do his special or his ultimate. Otherwise, he's gonna clear those negative effects from the enemies. So I was thinking what to do, but I think that's the best move here. Everyone else doesn't have speed bar, so Black Knight is really the only character that matters for us to stop. Okay, so as I was saying, some technical difficulties, the camera got locked, but as I was saying, we're gonna stun the Black Knight, and then because all the other characters have slow, we don't have much to worry about, right? Okay, so here we go. Please do the stun. Yes, finally. Apply some more bleeds to the enemies. Great. And the main priority here is going to delete all those Ghost Riders. Now we have to apply slow again. We need to make sure that all the characters have slow, and this is going to allow us to attack multiple times, right? Okay, now you have ability block. I think I do the ability block on Cosmic Ghost Rider. I'm not sure. Let's take a look and see. I think it's the one that makes the most sense. The Black Knight, yes, slow, so for now it's safe. You have to manage depending on the size of your Ghost Spider. You might afford to not do this ability block because of the bleeds. You can see that most of the characters are bleeding out, so depending on their size, you might be able to afford not using this ability. Okay, let's see. Please do the thing. Doing these matches live, sometimes it takes a long time. I apologize for making the video too long. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I don't even do the ability block, I just do the basic. Craven now with his ultimate is going to apply bleeds, and if he has charges, he's going to do more damage. He gets like 10% damage per charge, but the charges are obtained when the enemies have turns, which is something we don't want. This team is very strong, so we really don't want the enemies to have extra turns. Okay, here we go, big ultimate. We focus on the Black Knight, Striker has a weight with Craven because he's applying those bleeds. Characters that apply bleeds usually want to have Striker. Now we are going to turn rewind a little bit with Black Cat. Usually when you have Striker you can turn rewind by 10%, but with Skirmisher only 5%. It's not as good, but it's good enough. Okay, Craven now with his basic is going to get counter attack when you do the basic, and it does okay damage. It's nothing special with the basic, but it's okay. And the goal is just to delete those Ghost Rider and the Starbrand, because the Starbrand he also gives drain to the out of time allies, and you don't want that. Here I'm gonna use the ability block. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna use the ability block on Photon. I'm not 100% sure, or maybe I'll let Photon to go because we have evade on Ghost Spider, so this might be a little bit of RNG. Okay, so ability block on Black Knight, that's good, that's still good. Then the Silver Surfer does his ultimate. Then the Photon goes and kills Craven. If she attacks the Ghost Spider, you might have an easier time here and be able to clear this easily. And at this point, this is the last wave of enemies that we are doing. So at this point, we are just cleaning the house and making sure that the next team that we bring have a very, very easy time. So let's see what I do now. I think I apply slow or bleeds to Black Knight, but we also have to stop the Silver Surfer. He already did his ultimate, so the ultimate is the worst ability. The special is not so bad. Photon already did a special. That's the one that applies the blind. The ultimate can be problematic with A-Force and Secret Defenders. By herself, not as much. The Black Cat, she does her stun, great for us, so you don't have to deal with that when we are going to clean up with the next team. And at this point, I think that's pretty much it. There is not much we can do. We can chip away a little bit more the the Black Knight, but we are not even going to be able to make him bleed out because he requires to have a turn for that to happen. Okay, so there you go. That's the sack attack that you want to do this. If you're going to do this the free-to-play way, otherwise it's you just you need to have like very big characters in order to complete it. Okay, now we're going to clean up the house with this Peter B. Parker, Pavitre, and Spider-Man Noir. We are going to use Steel Striker, Skirmisher, Healer, but it's not always going to be like this, so keep that in mind. Okay, so we still have Silver Surfer. We still have the Black Knight, I think he's still alive. And we still have the Photon. We have the Captain America, so it's still not easy. It's still not a free win. But it's easy enough that is going to allow us to get the cooldowns for the next node as well. So here we go. Black Knight with a taunt, he has a bunch of charges, but we are going to remove that with, let's see, I think I use the ultimate of Pavitre, I'm not entirely sure, or the special, because the special clears positive effects and he removes the taunt. Okay, so the special removes the taunt, it also applies offense down, which makes the Black Knight to do less damage with his passive abilities. Spider-Man Noir, now we have the ultimate, we can do a massive amount of damage to all these opponents over here on this side. So let's see, big damage please, yes, there we go. We don't have offense up. To get offense up we need to use the special of PvP. And now with PvP, we are going to clear the positive effects on a Black Cat. Extremely important to remove all those death proofs. So after we can apply slow to her and smash her, I guess. Smash or pass? I'll smash on Black Cat. Okay, let's see. Okay, I didn't attack Black Cat for some reason. But yeah, the special, it clears the immunity. It would be a good option too. Photon with her ultimate, we have some evades. You can avoid that ability. And now we are going to use the basic with the Pavitre, I hope, or the ultimate. Let's see. Okay, I actually use the ultimate. Wow, that's brave. So we apply the defense down on Black Cat. We also apply the slow to Black Cat and to Silver Surfer. And that's great because Silver Surfer is going to just basic. He usually attacks Noir, but because Noir gets speed bar, he's not really affected by the slow, right? Because the speed bar, you can get speed bar even if you are slow. Okay, so now I'm attacking the Black Cat. We got those assists there from Noir as well. Now we're going to delete the Photon, making sure that she's not giving any more charges to Black Cat. And Black Cat, she lost her immunity. That's great. That's great because now we can just ship her away. And because she already did her special as well, we don't have much to worry about. The Photon, she bleed out. The Black Cat, we flipped the positive effects that she had into negative effects. This happens if you have the Isolate Skirmisher at level 5. If it's level 4, it doesn't work. If it's level 5, it flips all those death proofs into bleeds. But it's not necessary, like you could do this without Isolate level 5 Skirmisher there. Okay, we keep shipping away these mofos. And at this point, we are on a good situation. Captain America is on cooldown. The Silver Surfer with slow, not much to worry about. So we're gonna smash the Black Cat. We're gonna delete her first life. And then we're gonna use the speed of Noir and the slows from Pavitre to finish them off and get ready for the next node. Here the special was a little bit overkill. The special there was a little bit overkill for sure, but you have enough turns in order to get energy for Noir, so it's not a huge problem. Just make sure that at least you have Captain America with decent health to recover your cooldowns. And there you go. So that's cell 42. And now we're going to take a look at cell 43, which is very, very hard. Okay, there you go. Free to play Pavitre and free to play PvP Parker. Let's. Okay, here we go. Last node of the Spider-Verse skill. We're going to use PvP. We're going to use Noir. and we're going to use Pavitre as well. They have to be skirmishers. Noir has to be a striker because he's going to be our main damage dealer, and he's also going to apply a bleed, so that's going to be extremely important. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a look. This requires a lot of resets because you need to kill this in a very specific way, and the biggest problem is that you need to apply vulnerabilities on spawn to the enemies, and this is done with the Pavitre's passive. And this is why you need skirmisher. It's because if you are applying vulnerabilities from the passives or from other abilities, it can get resisted, and that's why it's so important to have extra focus for Pavitre. Okay, so here we go. You can see that we were able to apply some vulnerabilities. When Green Goblin drops, you cannot apply vulnerabilities, so forget about that. And you want to make sure that you focus on Spider Slayer. Very, very important to delete Spider Slayer, because he's the only character that can really kill one of your characters. We're going to apply the defense down to the Green Goblin and smash him in the face as much as we can. Now, with the special of PvP, we are going to get assist from Noir, and you want to focus that on Green Goblin. It's very important that you delete the Goblin as fast as possible, so his charges stop the vulnerabilities, right? His charges are stopping your vulnerabilities, and you want to make sure that it's not the case. Okay, so here I change the target. I go after the Craven because I assume that I'll be able to do enough damage to the Green Goblin to finish him off. You have to make sure that he has heal block, or that he doesn't have like insane amount of regens or something like that. So this is why you need some skirmishers and so on, just to make sure that you can clear those away. Okay, now I think I'm going to use the special of Noir on Red Goblin or Craven. One of them, let's see, might be on Red Goblin, because Craven already had his turn, and you still have time to finish off Craven before Craven goes the second time. So let's see, use a special, we remove that death proof, and the Green Goblin is about to have a turn, but we're going to use the ultimate, I think, maybe not, let's see. I think we're going to use the ultimate, yeah, the ultimate of PvP on Green Goblin. I got assist as well from Noir because I was not sure if PvP alone at 4 stars free to play, if he's going to finish off that guy. Okay, we attack the Craven. Craven gets deleted. Even with the death proof, we are able to bypass it. And at this point in time, all that you want to do is to apply slow to as many characters as possible, especially Dr. Octopus. Very, very important, slow on Dr. Octopus, so he stops slowing your own characters, right? So he's gonna flip the buffs. After he's gonna spam basic, and that basic is very annoying because you cannot dodge it, and he's going to slow your characters, and you really don't want that to happen. Okay, so we're gonna use all we can, all those skirmishers, to remove the taunts from the Lizard and from Rhino. Very, very important. This is why you need to have the skirmishers, not only for the vulnerabilities but also to remove the taunts. And after that, we just want to focus on Dr. Octopus. Okay, so now we're going to use the special of Noir. That's definitely going to remove the taunt from the Lizard. And the taunt from Rhino is much easier to remove because he only has one death proof. So it's just easier because he has less positive effects, right? Okay, so there we go. We got some bleeds on our opponents. We also have some heal blocks. Now we're going to try to apply that slow. Nice, we got slow on Rhino. We still don't have slow on Dr. Octopus, which is our priority, but we are getting lucky. Once again, this requires a lot of resets, and now we're going to use the special of PvP to clear their positive effects away. Very, very important, the special of PvP. Okay, here we go. Now we are ready to delete the Lizard. I think he's going to get one death proof still. Yes, he still has one death proof, but now Noir, because they are summoning Shocker again, now Noir is going to have like 2 turns back to back, and we're going to use the special of Noir and try to apply slow once again to as many characters as possible and finish off that Lizard. As soon as the Lizard is gone, you are going for Dr. Octopus, but you don't have to kill Lizard first. You can actually kill Dr. Octopus first. It all depends if you can remove the taunts or not. Okay, so here we go. Dr. Octopus is now available, so let's just smash him in the face. Vulture is also a character that is nice to kill early on, but it's not a priority, right? After you survive the special and the ultimate of Vulture, if all your characters are separated, then it's not a big deal. Okay, this is the big problem with the Dr. Octopus, is those slows that he applies to your characters that cannot be dodged. But either way, we are going to smash those opponents in the face and get those assists from Noir. Once again, very, very important Noir damage. And after that is pretty much game over. Here I went after Shocker. I think going after Shocker was a good idea, because if Shocker uses his basic, you are going to get assist from like or a Vulture or from Dr. Octopus or so, and it could kill one of your characters. And Shocker has very little health, so you can kill him with just one assist from Noir. Here we go, we are going to finally use the ultimate of Noir. This is the last attack. Dr. Octopus, he has heal block. You need to apply heal block to him, otherwise his passive keeps healing him up. So with that heal block, we're gonna finish him off. Now we're gonna focus on Rhino, and that's pretty much it. So once again, it's possible to complete this free to play if you are a veteran player, if we have some gold and training materials to invest on these characters. Otherwise, I'm not sure about it. I'm going to do a second run in the future with Peni Parker to see how much easier it is. According to the envoys, it's super easy, but we can never trust these envoys because they always do with the test servers and so on. That is unreliable, and always with 70 all-stars, 700 stars. But there you go, guys. So this is how you clear the first 3 cells, or the 3 cells of the Escape from Kyln with the skill Spider-Verse. There we go. Very difficult. So there we go, guys. That's the guide for the Spider-Verse skill nodes. Free to play adjacent. If you are a veteran player, you should be able to do this at least in the next few days, as soon as you get your Pavitra to 3 stars. And we'll see in the future the Cabal Underworld nodes. They are not as easy as the envoys were saying. They are actually, the cell 45 is actually quite hard. And I apologize for the lag on this video of my brain, but it has been a very, very long day. But I hope you guys enjoy this information and this video. If you did, make sure you share this video with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I'll catch you guys later.